perfect, right? But this hasn't happened yet, Nick. Right? Basically, what you're saying, if this, because this hasn't happened yet, no one's gonna make it, of which that's contrary to the scriptures, right? It says, "For finding fault with them, saith he said, Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." So that's to come. That's gonna happen, right? Which the house of Judah is you so-called Negroes in America, and the house of Israel is the rest of the 11 tribes. And I mean, don't get it twisted. All the Israel is scattered abroad. If you have a zeal for this truth, right, it's worth investing the time in it. And you know, if it's cutting you, then hey, you probably ain't for it, right? But all the Israel is spread. We come in all shades, colors, and skin textures, and so on and so forth. If your line goes back to one of the 12, you're one of the 12. All right? It says, "For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, when saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." So this hasn't happened yet, Nick. Right? Now check this out. It says, "Not according to the covenant that he made, not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers in the day when I took them by hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Most High." Right? For this covenant I will make with the house of Israel and with for this covenant, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Most High. After what days? After these days when we can't keep the Lord's statutes and commandments perfectly. Right? Like I said, the scriptures is so simple, it's so basic. Right? It's basically telling you right here, don't feel this covenant, right? After the days that after the days, basically the days that we're in right now, right? It says, "For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord, when I will put my laws into their heart, into their minds, and write them in their hearts." Right? "And I'll be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people." And you can find the same thing. He's basically quoting here Jeremiah the 31st and the 34th verse, around about that. Right? That's what Paul is basically quoting. Right? He's basically telling you, right, after a certain period amount of time, you know, after this, you know, pretty much after the destruction of this kingdom, the Most High is going to, right, and program us to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments. Right? And that's when we're going to keep them perfect. So if Nate's correct, nobody's going to make it. Right? Because he's saying here, for finding fault with them. That's something to happen. He's saying he's going to find fault with us. He's found fault with us. Right? Because he's made that creature subject unto vanity. The most like you got to think of it as a programmer deliberately making a program wrong, and he's saying for finding fault with the program. He's going to rewrite the program so the string, you know, so it runs and functions perfectly. That's what that, you know, if you want to get carnal, that's what that preacher's basically talking about. Alright? Now this is Hebrews 11 and 8. Right? It says, "By faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out knowing whither he would go." Right? It says, "By faith he sojourned in the land promised, in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles and with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of the same promise." Right? And you know, that's basically talking about, you know, Abraham, because when it comes down to it, it's all about faith. Right? Because if you believe in the name of the Lord, it's all about faith. Right? Praying in the name of the Lord, it's all about faith. And that's what it comes down to. Right? Now this is Revelations 12 and 23. Nope. That's all right. Let's jump on to the next one. Right, this is Matthew 19 and 28. It's Matthew 19 and 28. It says, and Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 tribes, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? And everyone that hath forsaken houses, right, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, wives, children, lands, for my name's sake, right, shall receive 100-fold, right, and shall inherit life, right? You okay?
I just want to see what you're doing.
Reading the Bible. You believe in the Bible?
Sometimes.
You believe in the Bible sometimes? Yeah. If I say I believe it's gonna rain sometimes, does that mean it rains all the time or sometimes?
Tak wiesz?
No w Sylwia puszcza takie od razu.
Right. It says, everyone that hath forsaken houses, brethren, sisters, fathers, mothers, wives, children, or lands for my name's sake and for the Lord's sake. All right. The Lord doesn't mean you gonna lose all of that. Right. For the Most High, for the name of the Lord's sake. Right, means you could come out here and push his name, push his laws when you think about it. Because when you come out here, it does come back down to the Lord's statutes, commandments, and the Most High. That's what we're saying here. We're not saying that you shouldn't keep the Lord's statutes, commandments, and the Most High. That's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is that his name is greater than the Lord's statutes, commandments. Right? That's why that's why certain instances the Most High had mercy on certain individuals. In fact, what you're basically saying is, Nate, what you're basically saying is that they basically isn't no salvation for the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what you're basically saying, right? Because for the Most High to have mercy, right? He has to be greater than the law. But you've elevated the law greater than the Most High, in that you're saying he hasn't got a name, or you're not keeping the name. You're basically demeaning the name of the Lord. Right, that's what you're basically doing. Right? It says, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, brethren, sisters, fathers, mothers, wives, children, lands, for my name's sake, which you would never have to do for the Lord's sake, because pretty much the whole world. Yeah. So's a sister. Right, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, brethren, sister, and father, mother, wife, and children, and land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100. See, man, you bloody fucking crackers getting really proud right now. It's been a volatile state of mind right now, man. Anyways, Most High, Most High is gonna let us do all of these bloody heathens, man. We're just gonna be all out, man. It's gonna be beautiful. Let's just say that. Lord willing, pray for you. How about Shimmy House? I mean, that's what I mean, Nate. How can you? That's how I know. That's how we know you're not a man of the Lord, man. That's why you getting on in this society. You like this society, cause if you didn't like the society, you shouldn't. That shit don't happen to you, man. Right? We don't see that on the screens, man. All right, it says, and shall receive 100-fold, and shall receive and shall inherit everlasting life. All right. Now let's jump on to the next picture. Right? Nate, you don't have that fervent love for this truth, man. Because if you did, you tell the people the name of the Lord. Right? Because you would know that because you would be praying in that name every day, because you would want this kingdom to be destroyed every day. All right. This is Revelation is the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. You okay?
That's a dinky little camera.
Yeah?
I've never seen one that size before.
It's alright, it does its job.
High definition, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the cutest camera as well.
Hey, I got a job to do. You believe in the Bible?
I go to the CFB.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? You believe the Lord's coming to save everybody, or He's coming to save an elect group of people?
Oh, everyone.
He's coming to save everyone. Hey, I believe He's coming to save. I believe the Lord, yeah, Jesus is your ticket, right? Yeah, well, hey, I wish you all the best of luck, but I highly doubt that Jesus is your ticket.
Oh, it's a ticket for everyone.
Do you know what the word Jesus means? Do you know what the word Jesus comes from?
It's a Hebrew name for Joshua.
Not exactly, but even
Well,
hey, but you know what? I
it
give you
does
props.
come
No, I give you props for that, right? Because there's certain ones amongst our group, right, which is what I've been speaking about all day, that don't even identify the name. How would you ascertain salvation?
He died for our sins.
No, how would you ascertain salvation? I've just come into your church, right? What do I do to be saved?
Baptism, confirmation, and also.
Don't I have to pray? Don't I have to pray through the name?
Yeah, you also
You
have to do
have to
that,
pray for
because
the
you
name,
have to
right?
read through the book.
No, but you would have to pray through the name, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, there's certain people that believe you don't have to be pray. You don't have to pray for the name. Do you know? Can you believe the debauchery? Yeah. Point is, this scriptures is only for one group of people, namely Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Right? This is where it's gonna hurt your heart. Right? This book was written for the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. The Most High is coming back. The Most High, being a black man as well, is coming in accordance to the scriptures. Is coming back to save so-called black people from the captivity that He's put them in for not following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Right? Where'd you come from?
Here.
Where's your father from?
London.
He's from London. Well, if
My mum's from Australia.
right, it's all about the father. If your father's line goes to one of the 12 tribes of Israel, namely the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, then you're an Israelite. But just judging from it, I reckon you're probably an Edomite. Right? You know about Esau. You know about Edom.
Yeah.
Right? You know about Jacob and Esau. Right? You know one's gonna make it and one's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what it falls down to. Yeah. Has that been helpful to you? Alright, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to the
That's
lesson
fine.
at hand.
I'll see you soon, mate.
Alright, okay. Alright, this is back in Revelation, it's the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. Right, it says, and he causeth, oh, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, that no man might buy or sell, nor save by the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right, and that's basically showing you the culmination, or the tip of the iceberg. Right, the pinnacle of basically what what this man's basically setting up. Right, where he's gonna chip everybody. Right, namely those RFID chips, which I brought out because Nate, you don't teach that. Right, so not only do you teach the name of the Lord, of which the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are gonna be saved, you don't tell them to refrain from the RFID chip, which is known in the scriptures as the mark of the beast. Right, and when you look in the Hebrew, in the Greek, right, that word means comes from the Hebrew Greek word karagma, meaning an incision in the skin. So you actually have to cut yourself and put it in your skin. But when you read the articles on the RFID chip, right, that's what you see. So you're gonna go into you go into the Hebrew and so on and so forth pertaining to certain words. Right? So in Matthew 1:21, and which is probably why I wrote it down, in Matthew 1:21 where it says, and he shall come, you shall know him as Jesus. When you read it in the Greek, and the Hebrew, you basically come down to the name of the Lord. So the name of the Lord was always there. It's always been there. Right? Like the scripture says, it's forever. All right. No, this is last one. This is Psalms the 37th chapter.
But then it started going on about like how things
Right, Psalms 37. All right, and from the top it says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be envious against the workers of iniquity. Right, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and the wither as the grass hurt." Right, and that's what's going to happen to you, Nick. Most likely going to cut you down, and you're going to wither like, you know, the grass. Right. Rubbish, yeah. You know your kingdom's getting ready to be destroyed. Clown, man. Anyways, trust in the Lord and do good, right? So shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed, right? Right. Delight thyself in the Lord, right? And thou shalt give, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Right, and commit thy way unto the Most High, and trust in Him also, right? And He shall bring it to pass, right? And He shall bring forth the righteous as the light, and the judgment at noonday, right? And pretty much the point that I wanted to hit on that is, you know, the fact that, you know, you ain't gonna stretch yourself out as pertaining to Nate and all clowns alike. I like Nate, right? Because they're gonna be destroyed by, you know, by the Most High and by way of thermonuclear destruction. So you ain't gonna fret yourself about that, right? And pretty much, you know, with that, you know, we're gonna sign out, say shalom to the elders of GMS, double honors to the, you know, to the elders, right? Honor to you brothers that be out here pushing this sincerity, right? Catching all kind of hell, whatever's happening, you know, in your own life, but you're still saying sincere, right? When I say, you know, praise the Most High. Shalom.